Are they really about to bring back Stu Macher and AI?
I know you're somewhere,
Hello everybody, my name is Mike, and today I'm going to be talking about my Scream 7 predictions. Before we get into this, I'm going to be talking about leaks / spoilers that have surfaced online, so if you don't want to hear or see anything that you don't want to be spoiled on, I'd probably click away. But for you people that want to be spoiled and want to hear my opinion on what is going to happen in the film, then stay here. Alright, but anyways, let's just get into the big question and let's get into my opinion on what's going to happen. And I'm almost 100% sure that Stu Macher will not be coming back in AI. And you know, the Scream films are built around insane plot twists. So I feel like it would be cool to see, you know, they set up Stu Macher to be AI throughout the whole film because they're using voices of dead relatives of, you know, Sidney. Not relatives, but like, you know, old friends, past friends.
all your friends died for just being near you.
And I think that they're gonna try to mess with the audience too. Like even on that FaceTime call with Stu, if in the film it's actually blurred out like that, obviously you're gonna think it's AI, bro. Nobody, not even $50 Androids from Walmart have that bad of quality. So I think that it's gonna be set up as AI, and then there's gonna be a huge twist reveal that Stu Macher is still alive. You know, they might capture Tatum, Sidney's daughter, and it might end on a cliffhanger ending, or they might end up killing Sidney or her daughter, which would be insane, and I'd love to see that happen. It's just the franchise revolves around Sidney so much. Even though Scream 6 was a great film, you know, they deeply wanted and needed Sidney in that film, and that's why, you know, it was not critically acclaimed by the fans as much as, you know, say Scream 5, which wasn't, you know, fans weren't all happy with it, but I ended up enjoying it, and I enjoyed Scream 6, but besides the point, I don't think they're gonna kill off Sidney or Tatum, but I'd love to see that happen. But on to the next prediction. I think that everybody's gonna die except for Gale, Sidney, and Tatum. The reason I think this is that there's no reason to keep Chad and Mindy alive if you're gonna, you know, kind of try to forget what happened in the past two films, because you're getting rid of two characters that were the two main characters, and you're gonna try to build up a new atmosphere and a new story. So, you know, there's no reason to bring on the characters that you introduced in those two films that you're trying to forget about. So I think that both of them are goners, and I think in one of the new TV spots we saw more of a glimpse of Mindy fighting, and it looks like after she throws that first punch / slap, like backhand, bro, I think that's when Ghostface lunges at her and just ends up killing her. And then Chad, on the other hand, if we see that shot where he's looking down like screaming, or like, you know, hurt, he looks hurt, or he looks like he just seen his twin sister get gutted. And I think that her death is going to be really gruesome, but I think that Chad might end up living. If one of them live, it's going to be Chad. You know, that dude's been through so much. It'd kind of be a waste to kill him off. And I think it's a waste to kill both of them off after building up two movies just for their characters and their, you know, the two other sisters. But yeah, the only reason they kept them alive was for a huge film to close a chapter, and that was the original plan for Scream 7. And you know, people were gonna die in that movie, of course, but they kept them alive for a huge event to end the chapter of the trilogy. And now that you just have those two characters coming back, I feel like it's like, bruh. So now if you kill them both, there's not going to be that huge film with every character brought together to end something. No, we're gonna set up something new and kill off the characters before, except for one character, and that is Sidney Prescott. And then obviously Gale might live, might die. Who knows anymore? You know, it's kind of like plot armor. And I know that a lot of people don't want to see Sidney die, but I feel like if you end up killing her off in this new film that's supposed to, you know, be the quote-unquote what every Scream film is built up to set up, which is insane, and there's no shot every film was built up for this because it's just a fact. But you know, I feel like if you're gonna treat it like an ending of a chapter, end it with a character that's been with us since the start. End it with her death. You know, in slasher movies, the main character isn't meant to live on for 6+ films. It's just not gonna happen. And I feel like Scream's the only franchise where it's really heavily relies on Sidney Prescott. And it's time for a change. And they also got rid of the new lead. So now we have to go back with Sidney Prescott as the main character. And we know she's most likely not gonna die. She's ended up going to be playing this character until she's 80. And that's just something I don't want to see. You know, it just comes to a point where, you know, every killer wants to kill Sidney in a film that she's in, and they just never get the job done. Insanely unrealistic. Insanely unrealistic. And it's kind of like fatigue, bro. It's like, if you're gonna have Sidney Prescott come back in every single movie, and she's the main target in every single movie, and she's just like immortal, it's like, bro, what am I watching? Like, you don't see that happen. Even Jamie Lee Curtis, Laurie Strode, she died. You know, they brought her back for the sequel, I mean the trilogy, years later, but she did die. And I feel like it's time. I think it's Sidney's time. But let me know what you guys thought about this discussion. Let me know if you don't want me to ever talk about movies ever again, because I'm sure a lot of people think that when I speak. But yeah, peace out. Stay tuned. I think I'm gonna drop like 2 or 3 videos today. So, peace.